and I'm just touching one end, touching the other end until I see it start coming through, and then once I see that, then I just pull it down so it goes all the way through. Because the wire is hot now to cut all the way through the wax. Alright, welcome back to another episode, guys. So today we're going to be doing a frame assembly, and we're going to also string the frame and then embed the wax to prepare it for use within the hive. So come on, let's get the episode started. Alright guys, so for the frame assembly you're going to need pretty much a compressor, what you're seeing here. So I'm just going to go ahead and hook it up and then just start showing you an example of what it is to put the frames together. Alright guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and hook up the compressor right here. And then take it back up here. So for this, pretty much you need a nail gun, and I got mine here. You also need a staple. I'm using 1.25 inches. You can see the length there on the box, and just to give you some perspective, this is what it looks like. And this is what I'm going to be using to put it together. So it's just as simple as loosen from here, slide it in, and that's it. Attach the ear, and then we're ready to rock and we're ready to roll. So let me go ahead and just show you what it's like when you put it together, when you start assembling the frame. Alright, so first thing I normally do is to make sure that the equipment is cleaned off of all debris. Standard thing. I use them a lot, and I don't always remember to clean them right away. And that's the compressor that just kicked in. Alright, so this is pretty much the top bar. You're gonna need 2 side bar, and then you have the bottom bar. This is what they look like, and by just assembling, you take the side bar, there's 2 notches here, and you push them in together, and it should come together nicely like that. Then the same thing on the other side. Do note, guys, that this was built from scratch. They're not perfect, but they do get the job done. And yeah, so push this one in, and then we just staple everything together to get one unit. So let me start for you. Alright, so keeping it straight like this, and then I'm gonna put 1 staple in the top, and it's held in there. Because you're gonna be pulling up the frame, you want to also put 1 to the side here to hold it when you're pulling it, so it's able to hold the tension. So I'm gonna hold it up. Put 1 there, so it's like that. Then I'll just do the other side. One at the top, 1 at the side, and let me pull up the camera so you can see where I'm putting it. So it's gonna be 1 right under here to hold it. Just like that, and there. So we're there, we're almost there. Alright guys, so before you start nailing the bottom, you want to ensure that the bottom is squared. Very, very important that you do so. So I'm gonna square that part here. Check this side to make sure. So this side need to come over a little bit. So let me just staple the top part on this. So this needs to come over and stop right there, and it is squared. And then I'm gonna just shot one in. And there you go, guys. So this is the complete frame. So the next thing that I'm gonna be doing is to string it up, and I'll show you that as the next process, but I have to repeat this that I just showed you 24 more times, and then I'll move on to the other process. So I'm only doing 24 frames today. Alright, so after many moments later, this is what it looks like. So now we're gonna move on to wiring it and then embedding the frame. Alright guys, so now we're at the part of stringing up the wires to the frame to support the wax. So for that you just need a thin gauge wire. You need a drill with a very fine tip, and I use a stapler to hold the wire into place, and I also break a pressure stick here that I'm using as just a placeholder that I'm gonna be putting to judge this, to space the distance. So I'm gonna put it here to space the distance of where I want the wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you an example of what I mean. And just like that, then I move up to where it will start and stop, and I put another one there. Then I move up again, stop, just a reference, and put another one here. Right. Then for the next part, same thing, for reference, center it, and then I run the hole through. Just like that, so it has enough space for it. I'm gonna do another one just for reference if you didn't quite catch the first one. So one, the drill, move it up to where the hole stops, start another hole, move it up, do another one. Now we have 3 holes, doing it on the other side. One, two, 3. And if you have that drill press, it will make it much more easier to do this, but I don't have one, so I just use the drill with a very small bit, and then that's it. So now from here I'm gonna move on to stringing it up, and then I'll show you how to embed the wax in the frame. Alright, so now that I've finished with the drilling of the holes spaced out at specific spaces, I'm gonna go ahead and wire up the frame now. So I'm just running it through the holes that I drill out. Alright, so once it spans the entire length, all I do is just to run it up here, bend it at a right angle, take the stapler and I put one staple here, bend it back the opposite way so it locks properly, and then I put another staple there, and then bend it back on the other way. So now that I've done that, I'm just gonna be start the tension in the wire now. So to make it easier, because the wire is so hard, start pulling from one end, put it at an angle, pull it through all the excess wire, go up to the other end, pull it through, and then pull, stop, and then this that's here now, take time and start winding back the excess wire here, and then use this to put the tension on it. Put the tension, pull it to the side to give me enough so you can see the wire has tension on it. And then from there, I'll take the stapler, put one there to hold it, bend it over, and then I'll put another staple there to hold it in place, and then I just break it off here, and that's it. The frame is wired. So gonna be doing this another 29 times. It does get repetitive, but it's what you have to do to wire your frame. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna be doing now is to embed this wax into the frame, and for this process what you will need is just a 12-volt source, and this is just a car battery that I have hooked up with 2 wires on it to connect to the 2 ends here, and that's gonna heat up and cause the wax to melt in. Now for saving purposes, because wax is very expensive here in Jamaica, I don't do a full drawn out like you would normally do, because it just saves time. So I'm just putting in, it saves more money if I'm able to just do partial way of the wax. So this is what I'll be doing. So this is the wax in from end to end, and then I'm gonna take the source, which is negative and positive, it doesn't matter which way you connect it, and I'm just touching one end, touching the other end until I see it start coming through, and then once I see that, then I just pull it down so it goes all the way through, because the wire is hot now to cut all the way through the wax, and then I just do it like that, and just like that the wax is now embedded in the wire, and the bees, they will just come and just draw it all the way come down. So I'm gonna do another one for demonstration and draw out this one. Then I'm gonna set it here. So I'm setting the wax in the groove here, so it's set. So that's why you see when I loop it under, and I loop it over, then you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just setting it in the groove. Alright, so once it's down in the groove, then repeating the process. So one wire, another wire, and I touch it on each end until I see the wire starts becoming visible. Then I stop, and then I just push it down so the hot wire will still cut the wax for me. And I just keep doing that. And if you realize that the wax already cool on you guys, it's really easy. Just take the end here, touch it to where it hasn't heated up or where you need to heat up, complete the circuit, and it will heat up once again, and then you can just push through for the rest of it, and then you just push through, and then that's that. So there you go, another completed, and I'm gonna do this for the other 24 frames, and then that should complete how you assemble the frame, put the wire through, and then run the wax on it. Alright guys, so that's it for today. Remember to like, comment, and share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can always see when I put out new content. And these things are very useful if it is that you're interested in beekeeping, if you're a hobbyist, if it is that you want to go commercial like me, or if you're just curious, you will be notified every time I put out a new content. Alright guys, have a good one, and yeah, take care.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.